Hello. The question that we are considering today is why literature? Why should you sign up a child to use literature? I want to advance about five reasons for you to consider literature as a parent for your child. The first one is literature provides high quality content. The content provided on this e-learning platform is very precise and clear. It provides precise and clear explanation, notes that would help every child to understand the content that they're dealing with. So it is of global standard. The other reason is that it also provides immediate feedback. Now, this is very important. Most of the time, if you go with conventional learning, as parents, we only get to know about how bad our child has been is at the end of the term when I've received the school report. Most of the times we are oblivious to whether they're doing very well or they're doing very badly in class. But this system provides an immediate feedback where you know exactly where your child is at. And in that way, you can provide early intervention to support your child. The third reason is that it gives insights in understanding educational gaps. This system helps you understand where your child is struggling, so that if you have to provide that intervention, it is with an informed mind that you'll be able to support your child because you understand where they're struggling. But the other thing is, the system provides you with visibility. Visibility to the parent, the teacher, and the child, all the three important parties involved in education. It is technology-based. We are in a technological world. It's only right that we expose our children to technology. Having looked at the five reasons why you should consider literature, I'll proceed now to walk you through this amazing e-learning platform. All that your child needs is a username and password. With a username and password, they can use any smart device, such as a mobile phone, a tablet, a laptop, or a desktop. So here we are using a laptop, and I'll log in as a child or as a learner. As the system logs in, here we'll see what the view of a learner. Straight up, you'll be able to see that if this child is working with a tutor, working with a teacher or a parent even, as a parent, you can give assignment to your child. A teacher can give assignment to the child, or a tutor can give an assignment to the child. And this is the assignments that have been allocated to this child. And from this view, the child will be able to see the completed work, how they're going with their revision, the insights, the topics that I've covered in terms of seeing how they're going with those topics and their self-directed learning. Let's start with to do the assignments, how it's viewed. By simply clicking on that, double-clicking on it, the system will open the assignment that has been allocated to the learner. This is how the questions look like. So there's a question, and I'll just randomly select the answer and check. So immediately you can see from here that this system provides an auto marking. It auto scores. So it gives me the correct answer. But it also provides a feedback. It gives the explanation on how to work a problem like this, as explained, as seen here. And I can move to the next question. And again, I'll just randomly select the answer and check the answer. And here you can see that I got it wrong. The correct answer is in green, the wrong answer in red. So this is providing that auto marking, and again, it provides an explanation. So it does not enable the child to memorize, but to understand the content. And just by clicking next, they proceed to the next one. After the work has been done, they can hand it in to their teacher, the one who provided them with the assignment. This can also be in the form of an exam, a quiz, whatever form there is that the teacher or the parent chooses to assign. I close that part. The next thing I'll demonstrate to you is what we talked about. One of the reasons why this is such an important platform, the activity insights. So straight up, as a child or as a learner, they'll be able to see for themselves how they are going. So the system tracks all the work that they are doing. And as they are doing work, it records, and at the end of the day, the system provides an analysis. Here we have an average mark. And by looking at the weather, clearly it's not the perfect weather. It is not looking good. And there we can see that there are 6 activities and there is a negative trend. Just looking at this activity that was done on this particular day, we can look at that. And as far as evaluation is concerned, it's sitting at 100%. The bar shows the class average broken down by the difficulty of each question. This can help target a specific level of learning for this topic. So on average, this is where it is sitting of those that are using this platform. And from here, the child can see where they're having difficulties. Question 1 and 2. Question 1 and 3, they had some serious difficulties there. The larger faded out bubbles show questions where your students struggled the most. This is where they can see. And then it also, on each day, you can see that there is an analysis like that. But this is to do with the activities. But the other thing that we see here, it also provides the topic insights. This is where we see specifically in what area the child might be struggling or might be doing well. So straight up here, we can see that activity is on the a higher trend, is growing, but the average mark is sitting at 34. And we can specifically look at a particular topic. And there we look at expanding expressions, and there we can see for ourselves how the child is going. Oh, yes, how the child is going, and does provide the average that we saw earlier on. By simply clicking on these topics, the system itself does analyze and gives the trend. Is it upward trend or downward trend? The average score, the activities that have been done, and the questions, and so on and so forth. So this provides the topic insights that are very, very important. In real time, a child will know where they're doing well and where they're not doing so well. Having looked at that, we then look at, after they've done the work, they have understood where they're struggling, they can then proceed to deal with self-directed learning. This is they themselves as learners are giving work doing work for themselves without relying on the teacher. And here we have a range of subjects. On average here we have biology, physics, chemistry, science, and mathematics, both O levels and A levels except for science. This one that we got is O level maths. So when the child enters, they get to the main topics, and they can enter still and look at the other topics. And depending on what they want to study, maybe to study ahead or to deal with areas where they're struggling, they can go specifically to that particular topic, to the very subtopic of the topic they're looking at. And they can select 10 questions and practice. And the view will just be the same as what we saw when we were looking at assignments that have been given to them. And again, from here, they've got that. They check, that's correct, it's wrong, it marks, and also there's a provision. So they can learn by themselves. Go close that. And so this is the power of e-learning. And we believe that this would be so helpful for a child that might be struggling, the child that might be at grade level, but also the child that is doing very well, so that they're always kept challenged. Thank you so much for listening.